How you doing all? Welcome to another episode of G.I. Joe Collectors.
Welcome to G.I. Joe Collectors. Ellie.
Oh, G.I. Joe, one more
It's already happened.
The makeup is gone.
Like magic.
It is like magic.
Like we got to, that's fine.
That's funny. Oh. So how you doing all? First and foremost, I would like to thank each and every person that takes the time to stop and check out my channel. It means a lot to me, and considering all of the G.I. Joe people there are out there either doing this thing or that thing, we all try to do our own thing, and we all hope that people enjoy it. So if anything, I hope that I've helped you with something that has to do with your collection, maybe a tip, maybe even showing you what not to do. Either way, I would appreciate if you wanted to comment below, tell me what you like, tell me what you dislike, maybe even subscribe, hit that like if it is something that you do enjoy. But anyway, I just wanted to stop and say thank you to every person that takes the time to watch my stuff. I salute you, my hat's off to you. Thank you very, very much. In the first video, you guys saw me tearing down the room, taking everything off the walls, tearing the shelves down, painting, and buying shelves, running the lights, putting things back up on the shelves. It was quite the to-do. It was actually a half-an-hour video, way longer than what I ever thought I was going to put together, to be honest with you. You'll also see that I put my autographs back up, my Larry Hama, my Peter Cullen, Morgan Lofting, Herb Chimpy. They're all back up on the wall. I'm still looking for Bill Ratner, Mary, Arthur Burkhart, Chris Latta, who's the Cobra Commander. I'm looking for them all, and I have some blank spaces underneath my current autographs for those to go once I get my hands on them. Arthur alone is $100, so it's one of those things that is first and foremost on my list, but I know at some point I'm going to come across it, so I want to grab it when I do. So a few before and after shots. This was the Cobra side of the room, the northern wall, September, right before I started the project. This was the main area of the room and the game side of the room, but that meant G.I. Joe was behind me and I couldn't see anything. So it's almost keeping your head turned to the right all of the time. This is what that wall looks like now. It's still Cobra's side, but it's been cleaned up and there's a lot of wall area still available to get more autographs and pictures up if I want to do that. A few shelves too in case I need the extra room. This is the western wall. This was to the left of me from where the futon was, and it is now dead center to the room. So this is the main wall of the room, G.I. Joe to the left, Cobra to the right, and everything is way more balanced out with this being dead smack in the middle of the room. This is where it should have been to begin with. Again, G.I. Joe's to the left. All of my autographs and completes are behind me, and then that's Cobra to the right. shelf going along the top are all figures that did not come with a vehicle. I mean, you got all your straight arms, you know, snake eyes, they didn't come with vehicles. So that's what I have going along the top. And in part 1, you can see where I installed the shelves. When I designed the shelves, I wanted to make sure that the file cards can fit behind the figure. What I do is I take the caps of like Gatorade bottles and whatnot, and that's what I space each of my figures out to be, because that's what I use as a base. I don't buy figure stands because a lot of the times they either don't fit, they break off, and they're stupid, they're overpriced, and you can create your own using Gatorade caps and some wire, wrap it down, and keep the foot tight to it. Long and short of it is that's what I have for each space. That buys me enough file card room to be able to get all of the figures up there from 82 to 94. G.I. Joe had a lot of really little things. Bomb disposal unit, you know, the checkpoint, so on and so forth, you know, the howitzer. Cobra didn't have a whole lot of it. They had a few, but G.I. Joe had a hell of a lot more. So you can find yourself, really, if you stick with years, either really empty shelves or really overly packed shelves moving into the next one. So I've kind of come to understand that sometimes you're just going to have to sort of blend. If this is the way you're going to do it, so I have a little bit of 83 with 84. I won't do something like 84 with 90, you know, 94. I won't do that. That's too much of a stretch. And you got fluorescent versus green. I mean, that's really stupid looking. So I do keep the years 82, 83, or I'll do 83, 84, so on and so forth, and just kind of blend them together. That way you don't have completely empty shelves or overly packed shelves that look just like a clusterfuck, you know. The exception to the rules. Most everything is done by year, except for groups. You have the Dreadnoks. It's not Zartan and the Dreadnoks, it's the fucking Dreadnoks. So when I display them, I don't do Zarana and Zartan and all this monkey wrench way the hell over. I don't do that. Dreadnoks, boom, with the vehicles, grouped all together. I'm only missing 2 vehicles, by the way. The Air and the Ground Assaults, they're exclusives. I'm still looking for those, by the way. Everything else I have. The Renegades. Sergeant Slaughter is with the Renegades. I don't have Sergeant Slaughter and the Renegades over here. I've got Sergeant Slaughter and the Renegades.
One over here.
Yeah. So one day my daughter came in and asked me if I could help her with a project. The long and short of it was about green screening, and she asked me if I wanted to partake in it. And since most everything I do is kind of retro, I figured there should be a part of me that is in the 21st century, so I said sure, why not. And then after I learned how to use it, thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah.
She came in, she actually cut half of her screen in half, gave me a portion of it. I hung it up on the wall. She helped me download the software. She helped me use the software. She taught me how to use the software. And you're going to see a lot of it here in this video. So for all you viewers out there, we are attempting to get the software.
Yeah. Update the software in order to make green screen. In order to do green screen effect. So right there you can see that you have composite pro.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
But green screening is pretty cool. After you really get used to it, it's kind of fun actually. I had all these thoughts that I was going to put myself in Paris and Rome and all this other shit, but in reality, none of it really fits in these videos, so you have to be a little bit more creative if you're going to go green screen. But that is part of what's sort of kind of incorporated into this room. So if you want to know more about that, ask down in the comments.
Yo, Joe!
He'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe!
Good game, man. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Have a good night. So those of you that know me know that I'm also a gamer. I love my games. So I work my 9 to 5, I do my bullshit, and then when I come home at night, I like to crack open my drink, sit down, play a little RPG, play a little whatever. That's sort of how I diffuse. On the weekends, I'm part of a Mortal Kombat club, so I'm really involved with a lot of people that do a lot of online fighting competitions. Whatever, it's not even a big deal. I bring that up only because I needed to incorporate a game room and put it dead center in something that was a toy collection room. Going online, you can see a couple examples of that, but nothing that I was able to look at and go, that's what I want. That's what I want to get. So I had to sort of kind of create my own thing. So dead center in G.I. Joe, as I kind of mentioned before, is my video game thing. I have a game chair and I just kind of wheel it right out, right in the middle, in between the futon, you know, the table and computers and shit. And I wheel it right dead forward to where the TV's like right bam, you know, in front of me. I love that just immersive feel, you know, when you're in it. You're into it. I love that. You know, put your feet up, chill, you got a big screen TV right there, and you're there, baby, you're there. Sonic the Hedgehog is my all-time favorite game. It came out in a time where the world was desperate for a new and beautiful idea, and I really feel that Sonic and Knuckles fulfilled that need. Sonic was original, it's bright, it's beautiful, it's creative. The layers when they were designing it, if you watch it on YouTube, you can see that it was done in a way that no other games were being designed at the time. It was revolutionary and it was absolutely beautiful. Sonic really resonates with me, and that is my all-time favorite game, retro. You can see along the top here I have a little bit of an altar, you know, so I can kind of display my Sonic. I have one of the original brochures. I've got a bunch of magazines too, but I can't really get them to fit up there and have them look good. So I just have a single brochure up there, one of the originals out of, you know, the boxes when you bought it. I have Sonic 3, Knuckles, Sonic 1 and 2, and I got a couple of the figurines up there to just kind of, you know, pay my respects to one of the best franchises around. I absolutely love it. My favorite RPG of all time is Dragon Warrior, and I'm not talking about Dragon Quest. You leave that shit at the door. I'm talking about Dragon Warrior that came out in the 80s, 1980s, and the 90s. The fact of the matter is, if I knew that Dragon Warrior 4 was going to be going for $125 at this day and age, I would not have lost my original copy. If I had known that Dragon Warrior 3 was going to be going between $80 and $90, I would have never loaned it to the friend that never gave the goddamn thing back. It took some doing, it took some cash, but I finally got them all in my collection once more. Again, next to the Sonic, I have my respects to one of the greatest RPGs of all time, Dragon Warrior. Link to the Past, when that game came out on the Super Nintendo, it was ahead of its time. There was nothing else like that at all. So I have to say that Link to the Past is my all-time favorite Super Nintendo game. I love it. I absolutely love it. Next to Donkey Kong 1, 2, and 3. Those are revolutionary too. No one was doing anything like that at the time either. Oh my god, they're mind-blowing. They're fun. They have that return, you know, thing where you want to just play more. So my consoles, I was one of those people that were very lucky, and I was actually able to keep my consoles from when I was a kid. I know a lot of people that have either lost them, you know, it's gotten broken, you know, just various things. You know, it happens through life. You know, you strife through life. You either sell it or you lose it or whatever. You know, your mom throws it away. I have the Atari, original Atari. I have the original Nintendo. I've got the original SNES. I've got the Sega Genesis. I have the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've got Xbox, the original Xbox that came out, you know, with that big green medallion shit on it. I have the Xbox One. I have the Nintendo Wii. And I'm only looking for one more system, folks, and that's the TurboGrafx 16. That's the only thing I have left to get back into my collection. Bonk's Adventure? Really? Guys, Bonk's Adventure. I mean, come on, Bonk's Adventure. So I gotta get TurboGrafx 16. That's the last thing I'm looking for. Right now, on average, it's going between about $2 and $250 on eBay, and that's a little bit rich for my blood. Maybe if I hit the lottery, I'll hit it. Or There's always that person on Marketplace that just wants to get rid of shit and they'll put it up for 50 cents. I'm hoping to hit something like that, but if I do, you guys will be the first to know. Thank you all very much for watching this room revamp. This was a painstaking process that took me from August until Christmas Day to complete. It was, took a lot of patience, it took a lot of motivation, blood, sweat, tears, a lot of time, especially when you work full time to get this kind of a project done. It was long, it was painful, but I can finally say that I'm at the point to where I'm just crossing some T's, dotting some I's, tying up some loose ends, and making progress from this point forward. I hope never to ever let it get to the point to where it was before, and I feel that now it is in a place where I can feel really comfortable with it. But I really want to thank you guys very, very much for joining me, coming along with me on this journey. Well, it's a journey. Thank you all very, very to my channel. Please hit that like button if you like what you see. If you have any questions about anything that I've done, down to lights, to green screen, to everything, please let me know. Comment below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can.